Welcome to a tale that delves into the depths of one of the Caribbean's most chilling and authentic legends. Today, we venture into the heart of Rose Hall, a place shrouded in both beauty and mystery. This grand Georgian mansion, nestled in the lush landscapes of Jamaica, whispers stories of the past, each more intriguing than the last. Its stately columns and expansive lawns are a testament to its grandeur. But beneath this facade of elegance lies a chilling history, a history steeped in tales of voodoo, tyranny, and the supernatural. A history that has cemented Rose Hall's reputation as one of the most haunted places in the Caribbean. But what is it that makes this place so captivating? Is it the allure of the unknown, or the thrill of coming face to face with the past? Join us as we journey into Rose Hall, a place known for its beauty and terror. Rose Hall, once home to Annie Palmer, the White Witch of Rose Hall, is notorious for its dark history. This grand Georgian mansion, nestled in the lush Jamaican landscapes, is as stunning as it is chilling, thanks to the legendary tales of its former mistress. Annie Palmer, a name that sends shivers down the spines of locals even centuries later. Born in England and raised in Haiti, she moved to Jamaica after marrying John Palmer, the owner of Rose Hall. However, it's not her marital status that made her infamous, but rather the cruel and unusual treatment of her slaves and husbands. Legend has it that Annie was a master of voodoo, a mystical practice she learned during her upbringing in Haiti. A petite woman with piercing eyes, she allegedly used her knowledge of dark arts to control, intimidate, and even kill those who dared to cross her. Her reign was marked by tyranny and fear. She is said to have taken numerous slave lovers only to kill them when she grew tired of them. Even her husbands weren't safe from her wrath. Rumor has it, all three of her husbands met untimely ends, all under mysterious circumstances, leaving Annie as the sole proprietor of the plantation. Annie's reign of terror was said to have left an indelible mark on Rose Hall. The slaves, living in constant fear, sang songs and shared stories of her wicked deeds, passing them down through generations. These tales, combined with the eerie beauty of Rose Hall, have painted a picture of a woman who was as captivating as she was terrifying. Whether these tales are steeped in truth or embellished by time and fear is a matter of debate. What is certain, however, is that the legend of Annie Palmer, the White Witch of Rose Hall, continues to both intrigue and horrify, making Rose Hall a thrilling destination for those curious about the darker chapters of history. Many claim that Annie's spirit still haunts the mansion, accompanied by unexplainable sounds and sightings. Indeed, Rose Hall is ripe with tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie events. Most of these stories revolve around the figure of Annie Palmer herself, who, according to some accounts, never left the place she once ruled with an iron fist. Numerous visitors and residents of Rose Hall have reported seeing a petite, elegantly dressed woman wandering the halls. They describe her as having piercing eyes and a chilling aura that sends shivers down their spine. This spectral figure is believed to be none other than the White Witch of Rose Hall, still exerting her control over the mansion from beyond the grave. But Annie Palmer's ghost isn't the only supernatural resident of Rose Hall. It seems that the mansion's troubled history left a mark that even death couldn't erase. There are stories of phantom slaves still toiling away in the dead of night, their ghostly whispers echoing through the halls. Some visitors have even reported hearing faint strains of music, as if from a long-forgotten party, drifting through the mansion's deserted rooms. Then there are the strange occurrences that defy all explanation. Doors that slam shut on their own, lights that flicker without reason, cold spots appearing out of nowhere. Each of these incidents adds another layer to the mystery that shrouds Rose Hall. And as if the ghostly sightings weren't enough, there's also the legend of the cursed mirror. It's said that anyone who looks into this mirror will see not their own reflection, but the face of Annie Palmer staring back at them. A chilling thought, isn't it? These tales, whether true or merely the product of overactive imaginations, have only served to enhance the mystique of Rose Hall. They draw in thousands of curious souls each year, eager to catch a glimpse of the supernatural and perhaps, just perhaps, come face to face with the infamous White Witch herself. These chilling tales add to the mystery and allure of Rose Hall. But what is truth and what is fiction? Historical records paint a more complex picture of Annie Palmer and debunk some myths. Let's delve into the historical archives and peer into the past. It appears that the infamous Annie Palmer may not have been the malevolent force we've been led to believe. Records show that Annie was born in England, not France, as the legend claims, and there's no evidence to support her knowledge of voodoo. Historians have found that Annie was married once, to John Palmer, the owner of Rose Hall, not to 3 husbands as the tale suggests. Her supposed victims, the husbands she allegedly murdered, are likely the product of vivid imaginations. The records show that John Palmer died of natural causes, and there is no mention of any other husbands in Annie's life. As for her supposed tyranny over her slaves, there's a twist to the story. Documents reveal that Annie and John Palmer were known to treat their slaves relatively well compared to other plantation owners of the time. They provided medical care, which was quite rare, and there are no recorded slave revolts at Rose Hall. So where did the ghostly tales and rumors of voodoo originate? It's possible they were born out of the fear and superstition that surrounded the practice of voodoo in the Caribbean. Or perhaps they were embellished by locals to attract tourists to the area. We can't say for sure. Interestingly, the legend of Annie Palmer only began circulating in the late 19th century, long after her death. It was popularized by Herbert de Lisser's 1929 novel, The White Witch of Rose Hall, which was a work of fiction. This suggests that the terrifying tales associated with Rose Hall have less to do with historical fact and more to do with a captivating narrative. Expert opinions also challenge the ghostly sightings. Paranormal investigators have spent countless hours in Rose Hall and have found no concrete evidence of supernatural activity. While some visitors report feeling a chill or seeing strange shadows, these experiences are subjective and can't be scientifically verified. Even the tomb said to be Annie's final resting place raises questions. The tombstone reads Annie Palmer, but historians believe it's unlikely this is the real Annie Palmer. The tomb was probably created to add another layer of intrigue to the Rose Hall legend. But what is truth and what is fiction? Historical records paint a more complex picture of Annie Palmer and debunk some myths. While the legend of Annie Palmer continues to captivate, the true history of Rose Hall is just as intriguing. The plantation's history is a window into a bygone era, a tale of prosperity and hardship, of dreams and despair. It's a story that, while not as sensational as the legend, is equally compelling in its own right. As we peel back the layers of myth and rumor, we find a narrative that's grounded in reality, yet still shrouded in mystery. Because in the end, the allure of Rose Hall isn't just about ghost stories and legends, it's about the fascinating history that lies beneath. Legend or truth, the story of Rose Hall remains a fascinating chapter in history, drawing visitors from all around the world. The allure of this grand estate, steeped in tales of the supernatural and the macabre, continues to captivate the imagination. Whether drawn by the chilling tales of Annie Palmer, the White Witch of Rose Hall, or simply by the stunning architecture and lush surroundings, people from all walks of life find themselves irresistibly drawn to this unique piece of Caribbean history. Today, Rose Hall stands as a testament to a bygone era, its walls whispering tales of love, cruelty, and arcane magic. It has inspired songs, novels, and even a mini-series, embedding itself into contemporary culture as a symbol of the complex and often turbulent history of Jamaica. Thank you for joining our exploration. Until next time, as we delve once again into the eerie past.